Social stratification is reinforced through class traits, behaviors, styles, and attitudes associated with a class. However, in recent decades, class markers have become more fluid. The United States has three main classes: upper, middle, and lower. The upper class enjoys the highest degree of wealth, power, and prestige. Examples include corporate executives, celebrities, politicians, and old money families. The middle class represents the majority of Americans and includes professionals, managers, office workers, skilled tradespeople, and small business owners. The lower class has the most insufficient wealth and prestige in society, including unskilled laborers, service workers, and the unemployed. Social mobility within the class structure is the ability to transition from one class to another. For example, someone from a working-class background who earns a college degree and lands a high-paying job may move into the middle class. On the other hand, downward mobility can occur, like a middle manager who gets laid off and has to take a low-paying service job. There are also differences in mobility between generations, called intergenerational mobility. Sociologists study global stratification by categorizing nations as core, peripheral, or semi-peripheral. Core nations like the United States and Japan are dominant capitalist economies that control wealth and resources. Like many in Africa, peripheral nations have little industrialization and remain economically dependent on core nations. Semi-peripheral nations fall somewhere in between. When looking at global poverty, we distinguish between relative poverty, meaning you cannot maintain an average standard of living in your country, and absolute poverty, meaning you lack necessities like food and clean water. Over 600 million people live in extreme poverty on less than $1.90 a day. Modernization theory argues that low-income countries must industrialize and adopt modern technologies and cultural values regarding work to advance their economies. Critics point out the Western bias of this view. Dependency theory contends that core nations exploit resources and labor in peripheral nations, trapping them in a cycle of poverty and dependence.